Our new house had a wooden shed in the backyard, stuffed with the previous owner's junk, rotting cardboard boxes, rusted tools, and the smell of burnt oil. One day, while sorting through the mess, I found a cloth doll buried under a pile of debris. Its hair was matted black thread, and its eyes were glossy buttons that seemed to stare right at me. Its stitched smile was too lifelike, as if it was hiding something. It gave me a bad feeling, but I figured it belonged to the previous owner's kids. I placed it on a metal shelf and kept working. A few nights later, as I took out the trash, I heard a faint sound from the shed, like something being dragged across the floor. I thought it was a cat, but when I opened the door, the doll was sitting in the middle of the shed's floor, its creepy smile unchanged, as if someone had deliberately placed it there. Moonlight glinted off its button eyes, and I swear it was watching me. I was certain I had left it on the shelf. With icy hands, I grabbed it and threw it into the outdoor trash bin. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every small noise from the backyard, like soft footsteps, made me jump. In the morning, the shed door was ajar, and the doll was back on the shelf, a fresh streak of dirt on its dress. This time, I took it, drove to a park miles away, and tossed it into a public dumpster. Even now, when the wind rattles the shed door, I feel like something in the darkness is calling my name. The air was frigid, and the smell of damp earth clung to every corner of my aunt's old countryside house, where I'd just moved. The walls were made of rough, uneven stone, and the windows howled with every gust of wind. On my first night, as I tossed and turned in bed, trying to sleep, I heard a faint sound, like nails scratching against wood. At first, I thought it was a mouse, but the sound had a rhythm, almost deliberate. I got up and pressed my ear to the bedroom wall. Silence. Just as I was about to turn away, a deep, heavy breath came from the other side of the wall, as if someone was standing right behind the stones, breathing. My heart pounded in my chest. I grabbed my phone's flashlight and crept toward the hallway. The bedroom wall led to a derelict storage room with a rusty lock. I forced the door open, and the stench of mold and wet dirt hit me like a wave. The flashlight beam danced across cracked walls and cobwebs, but no one was there. Just an old wooden box sat in the corner. As I approached it, the breathing started again, louder this time, as if it was coming from inside the box. My hands trembled, but I lifted the lid. It was empty, except for a torn piece of cloth at the bottom. Suddenly, the breathing stopped, and the storage room door slammed shut with a deafening bang. I threw myself at it, forcing it open with all my strength. I spent the rest of the night in the living room, every light blazing. Even now, every night, I feel like something is breathing behind my bedroom wall, but I don't dare go back to that storage room. My new apartment was in an old downtown building with spiral staircases that seemed to go on forever. One night, as I climbed the stairs after work, I noticed a small metal door under the second floor landing that I'd never seen before. Its paint was chipped and rusted, as if it hadn't been touched in years. Curiosity got the better of me. I pulled out my phone and shone the light on it. There was an old lock, but when I touched it, it clicked open with an eerie ease. My heart raced, but a sense of adventure pushed me forward. I opened the door and found a narrow, dark staircase descending into blackness. The smell of stale, damp air hit me like a tidal wave. I took a few steps down, but the stairs seemed endless. The deeper I went, the colder and heavier the air became. Suddenly, a faint whisper echoed from below, like multiple voices murmuring, their words indistinct. My legs froze. I wanted to turn back, but my flashlight caught a shadow on the wall, tall and stretched, as if something was climbing up toward me. I bolted upward, but the metal door was now locked. I pounded on it with all my strength until it finally gave way. When I turned back, the staircase was gone, replaced by a smooth, blank wall. Now, Every time I climb the building's stairs, I feel like a new door is about to appear somewhere. At a street flea market, I found an old film camera, the kind with a lens that seemed to stare like a living eye. The vendor said it belonged to a strange photographer who vanished years ago. That night, in my apartment, I started tinkering with it. There was an old roll of film inside, so I snapped a few photos of my room and took them to a shop to be developed. When I got the prints, everything seemed normal at first. The couch, the table, the window. But in one photo, there was a vague shape by the window, like a person whose outline was just a shadow. I thought the film might be damaged. The next night, I took more photos, this time of myself in the mirror. When I picked up the prints, my heart stopped. The same shadowy shape was in every photo, but closer each time. In the last one, it was right behind my shoulder. My skin crawled. I threw the camera into a closet and locked it. But in the middle of the night, I heard a click from the closet, as if the camera was taking photos on its own. Terrified, I opened the door, but the camera was still there. Only now, there was a new roll of film inside. I didn't dare develop it. I took the camera to a distant park and tossed it into a lake. Still, I feel like something in my apartment is watching me, waiting for me to pick up another camera. Rain pounded the cracked windows of my grandmother's old house, a place that smelled of damp wood and the cold ashes of a long-dead fireplace. The power was out, and the flickering light of a candle on the table cast long, trembling shadows across the peeling wallpaper. It was past midnight, and the cold slithered under my skin like icy fingers. I needed an extra blanket from the upstairs bedroom, so I reluctantly grabbed the candle and started up. The wooden stairs groaned under my weight, as if each step was waking the house. I could feel something in the dark hallway counting my breaths. My grandmother's bedroom had a massive, full-length mirror with a cracked golden frame that always unnerved me, as if invisible eyes lived inside it. The candlelight fractured in the glass, showing my reflection, but for a split second, there was something else. A vague shape behind my shoulder, tall and still, its edges like smoke. My heart froze. I spun around, but there was only darkness and the musty smell of the room. I looked back at the mirror. The shadow was closer now, as if it had taken a step toward me, its arms seemingly reaching out. Breathing felt impossible. Suddenly, a rustling sound came from the corner wardrobe, like fabric dragging across wood. With shaking hands, I opened it. Just dusty clothes and an old shoebox. But when I turned back, the shadow in the mirror was gone, and the candle on the table had gone out. The darkness swallowed me, and I felt something breathing right behind my neck. I fumbled to relight the candle and spent the night in the living room, every emergency light on. I still can't look at old mirrors, because I feel like something in the reflection is waiting for me. My old apartment was in a quiet neighborhood, its brick walls soaked with years of dampness. Below the building was a dark basement, filled with rusted pipes and dusty boxes, a place I avoided even in daylight. One night, around 2 a.m., I was watching a movie on the couch when a heavy, rhythmic sound came from beneath the wooden floor. It was like someone in muddy boots was pacing in the basement. Thud, thud, thud. At first, I thought it was the water pipes, but the sound was too steady, like the steps of someone who knew where they were going. I held my breath and listened. The sound stopped, but now I felt like something was watching me from beneath the floor. I grabbed a baseball bat and opened the basement door. The smell of wet earth and cold metal hit me like a wave. The concrete stairs stretched into darkness under my phone's flashlight, as if they went on forever. Each step I took made the air heavier, like I was sinking into a living cave. The footsteps started again, closer now, as if coming from a dark corner of the basement. I swung the light around, just boxes, a broken window, and thick cobwebs. But when I stopped, the sound stopped too. My pulse thundered in my ears. Suddenly, the footsteps came from above me, as if someone was walking in my apartment. I raced upstairs, but when I got there, everything was silent. The front door was locked, the windows shut. For nights after, whenever I turned off the lights, I felt like something in the basement was matching its steps to my breaths. I still don't dare walk past the basement door alone at night. Did these tales make your skin crawl and your heart race? The shadows are always watching, and every creak in the night might hide a story of its own. Have you ever felt a presence behind you, heard footsteps where no one should be, or seen something in the dark that you can't explain? Share your own spine-chilling experiences in the comments below or on our creepy story forum. Or, if you're brave enough, dive into our collection of haunting tales at insert link or platform to uncover more mysteries that lurk in the corners of the unknown. The darkness is calling. Will you answer?